what's up? It's Chris from Linebeck. I don't know if anyone's ever going to watch these, but I love these kinds of videos where artists go into deep dives of their songs, talk about some of the production, some of the songwriting. So I figured we could maybe do that. We have like 5 or 6 songs out right now, so some backstory might be nice. And some people have asked us questions, which honestly boggles my mind. Like the fact that people even want to listen to art that you put out, they engage with it, they want to ask questions about it is so surreal. So thank you so much to anyone who's ever listened to any Linebeck track. I deeply appreciate it, and I deeply appreciate you. The first song I guess I'm going to talk about is one called Give Us a Try. Came out last year. Honestly, Give Us a Try is one of my favorite songs. And I don't mean favorite Linebeck songs, I mean favorite songs. That probably sounds super conceited, but it's the truth. If you are a recording artist, you probably know the struggle. You're working on this song. You've heard it a million times between all the mixes, back and forth, the mastering, workshopping it with your band, whatever. You probably know by the time it comes out, you are sick of that song. I feel that way about some of our songs, honestly, but I don't feel that way about Give Us a Try. I can listen to it over and over again, and I just think it's one of those songs where all of the pieces came together really well, and we nailed the sound, we nailed the structure, in my opinion, and I just love it, and I hope you love it too. Okay, I'm just gonna like ramble, and then editing team, that's me, just cut it where you need to cut it. Give Us a Try started in February of 2020. Myself, Momo, and his brother Lucky were driving home from a Valentine's Day gig in Port Colborne. It was like a 4-hour gig. We were driving home. It was 2 a.m. I was driving and the boys were sleeping, so I didn't want to put music on and wake them up. So to keep myself awake and occupied, I started singing melodies to myself. And I don't know how, but I came up with this melody, which would eventually become the melody in the verses of Give Us a Try. The next day or two, I spent a lot of time working on it. At the time, I was really, really inspired by Beach Bunny. I'm still super inspired by Lily from Beach Bunny, as well as one of my favorite bands. They're a Korean band called Seisumi, and they kind of do like surf, shoegaze kind of vibe. I kind of wanted to challenge myself. I honestly am not a super talented musician. I don't know a lot of chords, but I wanted to write a song using minimal chords that still had a lot of movement, and somehow I came up with the all in A. And I wrote that on my baritone ukulele, which I got from Gear Music in Oakville. And yeah, it kind of just went from there. I was really inspired by Prom. I mentioned Beach Bunny, John Hughes, Pretty in Pink. So that's where that came about. If you guys have been to our Bandcamp, or if you've been following us for a while, you would know that Give Us a Try is the first demo that we ever released. It's still up on Bandcamp if you want to listen to that. But there is a lost, forgotten verse in Give Us a Try. It's so weird that when we released the track officially last year, we had some people write to us and they were like, "The song sounds different. What happened to the lost verse?" So yeah, there's I honestly don't even remember where. Oh, it's between like the first verse. Instead of going into the chorus, it does like a fake out into another verse. So the lyrics are, "I know I'm not written to be prom queen. I was thinking maybe you might see me the way that I've always seen you. 1980s movie playing again. Put me in a pink dress, dreaming hues. They say you should never date your best friend. Maybe on the weekend we can change the rules for now. confined forever. Change our story for the better. I can't take, and then it would go into the chorus. So we decided to cut that because it was like far too long. Lyrics a little bit too on the nose. We kind of did some moving around because one of my favorite lyrics and Momo's favorite lyrics, and also after we put it out, people said it was their favorite lyric. Put me in a pink dress, dreamin' Hughes, like John Hughes. So yeah, that we decided to keep that. We reworked it a little bit, and that's what it became. Soon after I wrote it, I recorded an acoustic demo and put it up on our Google Drive for the band. I'm so sick of loving you in secret. I wish you would give us a try. As I mentioned, it was 2020, so COVID had just hit full swing. We did a lot of workshopping on it online, but we did have a couple in-person jam sessions, like in between lockdowns when those would, like the restrictions would lighten up.
Yeah, it sounded more like a full song.
There are like a few things in the song that I really, really absolutely love. And without them, I think that the song would not be nearly as good as it is. One is Momo's wavy guitar. I don't have the stems, so I can't isolate it for you, but it's the... He worked really hard to get that sound with Will. I don't think we quite nailed it in the demo, but he like had that idea in his brain and he like wanted that for the track. So I'm glad that we were able to get that. And it goes all throughout the song. Super cool. Another part of the song that I love that I think without it, it wouldn't have nearly the same sound is Rap's bass part in the verses. I'm probably missing a couple notes, but it's... just adds like such a nice, fun, playful bounce to the song. And that bass line was there, I'm pretty sure, from the beginning. I don't know how long it took Raph to write that, but I'm really glad that he did because it's so cool. Another thing that I love about the song, in the second and last chorus, there is this synth line going all the way through. Originally, I wasn't planning to have synth on this song, but the guys really pushed me to like write something. I was just gonna do pads, but there's a part underneath that goes like this. How that came about. As I mentioned, this song was one of the first singles we ever released, singles as in a demo that we released in 2021 for Valentine's Day. As promo, I made like a little 8-bit-ish, like video game-ish version. And at the time I was playing Scott Pilgrim. So I put together this video for it. The guys liked it so much. Yeah, they wanted that. They freaking fought for that to be in the song. I thought it might have been weird, but like now it's one of my favorite parts. That's one of the best things about being in a band is like having people that will fight for your stuff even if you don't think it's good. It's so cool. What else is kind of weird about this song? In the solo section, there's a synth solo on there. Fun fact, I did not write that synth solo. If you've ever seen us live, you'll see that Momo plays that part on guitar. Momo wrote that solo. He actually wrote it on guitar first, and then we kind of transcribed it for piano, keys, whatever, and I played it on the track, but Momo actually wrote it, and Momo actually plays it now live. I honestly don't really remember how to play it. Yeah, I love it. It's so weird. Yeah, Momo wrote that. He wrote it on guitar and then forced me to learn it on keys. Also in that bridge, kind of playing with the synth solo. And it also kind of runs through the second half of the last chorus are some vocal little counter melodies almost. The I knew from the moment I did an acoustic demo that I wanted those in the song. And we actually only recorded the oohs for the bridge, but our producer Will was able to chop and change it to make it fit for the last chorus. Not too many things, just kind of like the final phrasing. He needed to do some chopping and changing. When Eric came on board, that's when we really started workshopping it and chopping and changing it. That's when we got rid of the lost verse. We were doing some pre-production stuff, kind of, and we came up with the weird video game sound effect that's in the second verse. And I don't exactly remember which sound that is on GarageBand, but it was just a single note. I just hit it and went, meow, and we happened to be recording, I think. So we had that piece and we chopped it, brought it into the studio, and we said, Will, can you please put this in the song? And then he put it in the song. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's the sound that's at the beginning of the song that like starts up the track. It's just reversed. Yeah, it's the same sound. It's just like reversed and like the speed is different. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Last thing, also in the bridge, there's like a really cool drum fill. Will was like really adamant, like, I think I hear something here. And him and Eric worked on it and it came out very cool. The part where it goes to the C sharp minor. So cool. That with Momo's like, there's some kind of like flanger or phaser. I don't remember which one Will said he used. I probably sound like an idiot, but he, I think it's phaser. No, it's flanger. I don't remember. Oh my God. It just sounds like Blink-182 and I really love it, but it sounds really cool in that spot because there's like a little bit of room to breathe. It's just such a cool accent. That's like one of those things where he spent like, not like a ton of time, but some time thinking about the details. So yeah, give us a try. It's, as I said, one of my favorite songs. Heavily inspired by Pretty in Pink, as you probably know from the album art. I've had a few people ask me where I got that pink blazer from. I got it from a thrift store in Hamilton. I honestly don't remember the name. I think I got it for like $14. And every time I wear it, I get compliments on it. It's super comfortable. It had shoulder pads in it and I cut them out. It doesn't matter how many times I wash it, it still smells like old lady perfume. And at first it kind of annoyed me, but now I kind of like it. That was I don't know, we should like make a series name for this, but Linebeck member talks about Linebeck song and does a deep dive on what it's about and how they wrote it and how the production came about and why they love it and why maybe you like it, and we hope that you like these kinds of videos. Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Chris, future Chris, go back now, and when you're talking about Momo's guitar, put this in. Okay.